Hello and welcome back to the channel for another college TF review. Today we'll be taking a look at the NEWAGE H06 Reconnaissance Max, aka a G1 Legend Scale Cosmos. He's pretty cool, really nice little figure. Definitely check him out over at Jersey Store. Check out the link in the description below to get yours. Very awesome figure. Before we get into this little guy, let's take a look at the packaging. So a little different here from NEWAGE. This, first of all, is a very small box, about the size of their normal, like, mini bot-ish size boxes, but it is very tiny and there is no window to see the figure, which is, slightly unfortunate, but given that we can't actually see these in person before we buy them because they're all from China, it's not really much of a problem. So there you have the ship on the side there, another picture of him on the back, and you can actually see there is, who's that Snarl on the back there, who hasn't come out yet, coming soon. Cool picture of the figure on the side there, more figure shots all around. I do really like the G1 artwork that NEWAGE uses. Pretty cool, G1 reminiscent. Say, you get your instructions. This guy is pretty straightforward compared to the majority of the NEWAGE figures. And it is Cosmos, it's not that complex of a design. So, with that being said, let's take a look at this little guy. He is definitely a very fun little figure. All the NEWAGE figures are. This guy is certainly no exception. Immense amount of articulation from such a tiny figure, but we'll get into that in a minute. First, you can see the head sculpt. Nice red plastic and yellow plastic with some nice blue eyes there. Nice chest painting, silver, blue, different blues. The yellow, and see some of the yellow is plastic color and some of it is painted. It's a mixture of both, but the paint matches pretty well. Not too much paint on this guy, he is tiny. There's the back, which is mainly just the spaceship, but that will be later. Course. So there you go. That is how he looks. Looks really nice. Articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, so he can look up and down, side to side, and do the full 360, of course. Then he does have ball joints at the shoulders, so do the full 360, go out to there, into there, as the way his shoulder is arranged, not that much articulation. Same thing at the elbow, not too much articulation. I mean, everything you need, 90-degree bend, plus the swivel. And then at the wrist, you do get a swivel, mainly for transformation purposes. Then you do have a waist swivel, and he does have a little bit of a butt flap, so if you move that out of the way, you can get full 360 waist swivel, no problem. Then you can kick forward pretty high, it's pretty good. You can kick back as well to about there before, this little square piece kind of gets in the way of some of the articulation, as you can see me moving him around a little bit. But he can do the splits pretty well. He has knee articulation, a little past 90 there, plus a swivel, because it's a ball joint, and then also a ball joint at the feet, and transformation, he can bend all the way back, and that is about it. Rock a little bit side to side, but because of the ball joint and the way it's sculpted, it's a little bit hindered, but plenty for how tiny he is, and he has obviously really good center of gravity because he is a circle, so very easy to pose, no worries about him falling over. He only comes with one accessory, and that is mainly for the spaceship mode, so I'll get into that a little later. First, let's take a look at some comparisons here. This is just a fun one. Still have him on a stand here. Pull him off. Here is NEWAGE, forgot his name. I know his G1 name is Powerglide, but I forgot the NEWAGE name. He comes with that mask, so there's that comparison there. And just for fun, haven't transformed him, but here's the Dr. Wu one. Just get him transformed real quick. If you haven't seen this guy, it is a really awesome little figure. Definitely check out the video on him. It's really fun. You can see transforms very fast, very easily. The only tricky part being getting the head out here, but pops out no problem. Boom, have him transformed. Like that. So definitely check out that video for this guy if you haven't seen it yet. Dr. Wu makes excellent little figures. There you go. There is Dr. Wu Cosmos alongside the NEWAGE, and then NEWAGE's Powerglide. Fun figures. You can see how tiny the Dr. Wu one is, but the paint schemes are very similar, as they should be. A few minor differences, but that's a different topic. Here we go. Here's the two NEWAGE figures next to each other. So you can see size-wise how they stack up. I think it's pretty accurate to the cartoon. In terms of robot mode sizes, obviously I think Cosmos at one point carries Autobots inside of him. And given that he's one of the smallest Autobots, he's like almost the size of Bumblebee, that doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. whatever. It's G1 cartoon. You can see them back. And that about does it for comparisons here. Just a few simple ones. Now for transformation. This guy is a little more complicated than this little Dr. Wu one. You know, it's Dr. Wu and you can just flip around. And he's just as articulated, actually. They have exact same articulation, these two, just about. But that being said, still very fun transformation, very enjoyable. So I like just to go ahead and straighten out the arms. Just makes life a little easier. Then come to this little crotch piece, bend that down. Come to the back here, go ahead and extend all of this butt flap out, and pull that back down. Next, you want to separate the chest unit from the rest of the figure here, which does require a little more force than typical for some of these NEWAGE figures. It might just be because I just got them out of the packaging, but you know, just pry it out. There you go, lifts up. You're going to see it was tabbed in with these pretty solid tabs there. I don't feel like they're going to break. And then into those slots there on the arms. And then I thought this part of the transformation was pretty neat. So you want to go ahead and flip out these little side panels here, which will fill in the top side of his flying saucer spaceship thing. And then rotate this whole section around like that. Just make sure all that's straight until you have that going on. Next, you want to pull all of this back like this. So the arms will just kind of free up like that and just pull that all away. And you can go ahead and rotate all of this around like so. And come to the legs, also rotate those around. The order in which you do these steps doesn't matter that much. There is plenty of clearance in most cases. Then you want to come down to the feet and just rotate them around so that the yellow of his shins are inside of his feet. Fold them down, tab together. Next, just come back to the arms here. And you actually want to pull them forward like so. And then you can tab in this back piece right there, fill out the back of the spaceship. Or that's actually the front, sorry. And then you want to come to the top here, and now these tabs will slot into these slots on this piece. So just do that, like so. And then you do get 2 slots here, 2 tabs on the feet. Line all that up. So just tab right in. Often I find that butt plate piece does come dislodged in these steps, but it goes right back in. So again, doesn't really matter the order in which you do it. It all tabs in very securely. Final step is just to align this tab, slots in the arms, and then compress. And you also want to rotate that hand around. And then you just kind of compress all those joints in on themselves. Did I miss some joints here? Yeah, so he does have quite a few joints to line up there. There we go. Just do it. Come on. The other side. There we go. Thing nice and compressed there. You can see how well he tucks up on the bottom there. Rotate those fists around. And there you have Cosmos in his flying saucer mode. Always thought this was kind of a goofy one, but fun character. I think it went along very well with the goofiness of his spaceship. There you go. I believe this is actually supposed to be the front. On the box, they have the fists facing forward, but I believe those are actually supposed to be engines, not guns. But of course, it's yours. Play with it however you want. If you want to fly it this way, you can fly it this way. If you want to fly it this way, you can fly it that way. So you can see some more of the details. This was on his backpack. That now forms the front of the flying saucer. This was his chest unit. And this is a fake head up there. I always thought that was a funny design. The Dr. Wu one actually is pretty cool how it does this just compresses down, but you know, over time, I mean, it's just a slider joint, so it's fine and it's tiny, but this is definitely more reliable and you get much more articulation out of that head, plus not having to try and, you know, yank it out of the top. So very nice. You can see how those guns on the fists form the thrusters, tucks up very nicely. And yeah, that about does it for his flying saucer mode. Pretty simple. And this is the one accessory you do get. It's actually 3 parts here that all snap together pretty securely. And you do have all these tabs on the bottom. And you just need to use 2 of them. And they go into these 2 slots on the legs. Like that. And you have Cosmos hovering, as flying saucers do. So very cool. Definitely a fun little bot here. Now bring in those other 2 and do some comparisons. All right, and here we have the NEWAGE Cosmos alongside Dr. Wu and NEWAGE Power Glide. Hughes, that's his name. Sorry, I just remembered it. I already did the review on him, so definitely check him out as well. But here we can see these two in their alt modes. Very fun. These guys were kind of part of the, you know, they're all mini bots, and all the mini bots were companions in the G1 cartoon. So there you go. These guys are definitely look good together. Both really fun, very easy to fiddle with and fly around. Just fun toys for sure. This is the backs. You have that. I think they, you know, obviously, you know, if this scale was right, you know, they're mini bot size, so they're still much smaller than they should be in comparison to the likes of like Optimus Prime or whatever in this scale. These two together, you know, they could be close. You know, A10-ish size airplane with a flying saucer. Now, could you fit Autobots inside of this? Definitely not, but still, fun little mode for sure. And here's with the Dr. Wu. You can see there are some paint differences between these two. It's a G1 cartoon, so, you know, and these are third-party companies, so do what they do. Both certainly do the trick and look really great. So that about wraps up this review for the NEWAGE H06 Max and his G1 Legend Scale Cosmos. Fantastic little figure. Highly recommend them. Check out that link in the description below. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next review. Thanks for watching.